Hi, my name's Mike Bird. I'm the CEO here at Social Garden with our property director, Nick Sproul. And today we're talking about data integration and how developers and real estate agents can use it to drive competitive advantage through things like reduced fallover risk and post-deposit conversion. Okay, so Nick, how can developers and real estate agents use data integration as a tool to drive those competitive advantages?
Look, if you think about it, Mike, the key thing that's going to drive that is that single source of the truth on your audience. If you have all of the right data points and all of the right information about where each customer is on their journey and a really detailed customer experience that has key handover points at each stage of the funnel, ultimately what you're going to do is you're going to proactively identify potential fallover problems. You're going to be able to see how each audience is passing through the funnel, and ultimately what's going to come out of that is a much more streamlined sales process that drives better revenue.
Yeah, I mean, for us, if we've learned anything so far in this whole kind of sales and marketing digital piece, is that, the leakage in the funnel can occur at all different points. Absolutely. For our clients, whether it's, reduction in leads or whether there's some kind of stage in that process where, for example, marketing isn't handing the leads across to sales at the right time, whether it's too early or too late. And it really comes down to the way that the analytics is structured and the way that the data is integrated, which ultimately determines where the kind of leakages in that funnel occur.
Yeah, and I think equally there's a point where if the salesperson's done an amazing job of nurturing a prospect through to a deposit, and then when they're handed over post-deposit, often there's a key point where there's an issue there. So it's equally about data feeding back from other platforms into a CRM, for example, a construction platform coming back to the CRM to make sure that in that customer's life cycle, all of their data is served in one spot so they can see where all those issues are occurring and not having that gap between one platform to the other.
We see by time and time again that speed to call is such an important indicator for success as to whether that lead is going to go and convert. So that's really a good example of kind of the data integration piece and how that influences the sales process.
Absolutely. I mean, I guess now we're living in an environment where there's multiple channels to market and people inquiring at all different stages of the buy cycle. So there's a lot of volume of leads coming through. And if you don't have the system in place and the data integrity in place, so many of those are just going to fall over naturally because you're not actually able to service them correctly.
And when you have friction there or a system's not integrated, it creates a real barrier for the customers to kind of have a smooth journey through.
And I think the key pain point off the back of that is that if that process isn't working correctly, ultimately what happens is bad customer review, which actually reflects on all those people doing their prospecting who are looking at you on those product review platforms. So it's so critical to get that right.
Yeah, totally. So we've made a quiz today that kind of outlines and give you some insight in terms of where you're at as far as that data integration roadmap. So test out the quiz and give us a call if you've got any questions. Cheers.